Hi, everyone.
Hi, Marta. Can you hear me?
Yes, and can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to our another webinar. Yeah, thank you for being and with us today and joining to our webinar. We understand that how hard this time is, to find this snippet of time to join to get some insights, but we appreciate this. My name is Marta. I'm the project manager at PickLogic, and I work closely with both delivery teams and clients. And big part of my responsibility is to make sure that what was agreed during the sales session continues working when it comes to the real project and the real deadlines. And I'm very happy and I'm very glad, right, that today during this session I'm not alone because with me today is Berke, right?
Are you really happy?
Of course.
So, hi everyone. It is Berkey. I am head of sales at PickLogic. Many of you have known me for a long time. Hopefully, you liked the webinars before this. So, you've probably seen the first hand. I work at the point where the business expectations exactly turn into technical reality, right? And that's usually where the most interesting question begin, in my opinion. So that's why exactly we are not talking about the integrations as the technology alone, but how businesses actually operate when the multiple systems need to work together as just one.
Yeah. And before we start, by the way, Berke, how are you?
Well, great. I can tell it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It is, but I'm feeling a little bit sad because there is no snow. Mm.
Well, I've been to Ukraine first time 6 years ago, I believe. And after that, I just didn't leave this country because I love Ukraine. But unfortunately, I never had a chance to, see even one single drop of snow. Don't know why.
Probably I remember this, heavy winters when I was a child. But come on, we have a little of time, before Christmas. So let's see. Yeah. Uh, so, guys, before we dive into the use cases, actually, because we have prepared for today two use cases for you, I want to give you a little of insight. Yes, so you would have a clue what we are going to talk about, right? And it will be easier for you to understand why we are showing this. So let's imagine, and basically you don't need to imagine this because I believe that everyone knows this and we know this as well, that a lot of companies, they don't have only one system, right? The Salesforce exists for sales, NetSuite for finances, ServiceNow for operations. And there are people who have a lot of hope, that somehow those systems will be synchronized. And we know this as well, right, Berke?
Yeah, that's correct. And usually that kind of synchronization that we will talk about today, it's mostly built on emails, spreadsheets, and the worst case scenario that a company can have, it is someone remembering to update the three systems at once.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of nightmare, we can say, right? So, what we are going to do today, it's like to walk you through two real use cases, as we already mentioned, yes, and we will show you how those systems, not just to like how they coexist, but how they work together as one single flow, right?
Yeah. So, before we start, a very quick check over here, right? Just think yes or no. If a deal is closed today, would everyone in your company would immediately know what's need to be built or what needs to be delivered and when the customer is fully onboarded? So if the answer is not really, you can pick one, two, three, up to you. Or if you think something more matters, just put it down on the comments, and we will get back to you as soon as possible while talking to each other. So actually, I got a question for you, Marta. Which one is the most important one in your professional opinion?
As for me, like all three like are important because like without them, like it's very difficult to organize your work process. So yeah, for us, like it's like definitely all of three, like they are important. Yeah. And in meantime, we are waiting, right, Berke? What do you think personally? Most companies actually have that visibility or no?
To be honest with you, so I'm having calls with different companies each day, and I am selling them connectors.
Mhm.
And those connectors are including, let's say, NetSuite, ServiceNow. The biggest one we got is Jira, my love, Azure DevOps, and the custom integration as well. The thing is, most of the companies, I can say 80%, they either don't know or their teams are trying to handle manually, or they are not very interested in paying additionally to have these connectors. So very few do, let's say 20%, I can say.
Mhm.
And even when they think they do, something always slip through the tracks, cracks, because the thing is, if you don't have these connections via fully scalable connector, what's going to happen? What do you think? What's going to happen?
There will not work properly. Like, I mean, like there will be some breakups during the work process,
And
right?
plus, when you need additional features, then you gotta wait 1 month for to update some fields if they're custom. You got what I mean.
Yeah, 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 of course. It's like just kind of point where the chaos actually starts.
That's correct. Well,
Yeah.
you laugh, but it is not. I am laughing right now, but it's not comedy in real life. Believe me, companies are losing money.
Of course, like there is nothing like good about that. That is why we are here, right? We want to improve the system. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, like feel free to leave any comments, any insights, and we're going to proceed. So right now, you should see the first use case title, which is closed loop quote to cash with automated service activation. So let's start with the very simple scenario. Let's say like this, right? Let's imagine there is a sales rep who closes a deal in Salesforce, and from the business perspective, right? You might think that like the work is done, but from an operational perspective, it's the place when the work only begins, right?
That's correct. Because look, let's go step by step together.
Yeah.
Uh, I told you that I am selling. So while I am selling what I do, even though the deal is not closed yet, I create an opportunity record in Salesforce and the product record as well as what I am selling it for, right? So, and after that, what I need to do, I need to pass information to finance team to issue an invoice. And once that invoice is issued, I need to communicate with you because you're going to organize the things with the developers and admins. And you see how complicated and how long even the communication is. Yeah. So operations need to activate the services after that, and the sales need still visibility to answer the customer's simplest question. Uh, which one do you think? What is it?
Which is the status.
Exactly. That's correct.
I know this very well because, like, like while we are working together, we work together like pretty long, and I can tell you that sometimes it takes like a while to get the answer. It's not just because we are not working productively; it's just because you might be busy and chasing all the time for the answers. It's kind of complicated, right? And that is why we are here. We want to show you how to ease up the life, right? So. Um, in this use case, Salesforce, NetSuite, and ServiceNow are part of one closed loop. So when an opportunity is marked as closed one, right? In Salesforce, let's say like this, it's not just a status change. The trigger is changed, and right now Berke is going to show us how all this look like on the practice.
Sure. Can you see my screen at the moment?
Yes,
You cannot?
I can see perfectly your
Okay.
screen.
Okay. If you can, that's beautiful. So what we see here is I am on the opportunity record, let's say, and hopefully, fingers are crossed, I am closing Tesla. We get the opportunity. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create an opportunity record over here. And once I hit the opportunity record, here on the page layout, you can see our beautiful components, which is related NetSuite records, one connection, and the second is ServiceNow related to related records. So the beauty of here is you can handle. I mean, I will walk you through anyway, but all the things that I'm gonna show you. I mean, the fields mapping, the status changing, everything is built exactly for this webinar. So imagine that we are doing a simulation, right, between each other to show you that everything is possible to handle via flows. So what we're gonna do, exactly how I mentioned, I have a deal with Tesla, but first I need to create the product which I'm selling to them or trying to sell them. Whatever you see here is just for webinar. I mean, our demo work doesn't matter what it is. Just an example. Let's say quantity one, and date is, let's say, the 1st December. So once I create this product, even though we sell it or not, it's gonna create a NetSuite record under item. But of course, it will take a little bit time. Let's say 10 to 15 seconds. So I'm gonna give it a time, refreshing the page. There we go. So 1403, I open this. Yeah. So in NetSuite, we created this flow. Once we create the product, it will create a non-inventory item for sales. And here it gets all the information from Salesforce to NetSuite automatically. So your finance team doesn't have to, handle the information to put over here, let's say 30 minutes, because they have to Slack you or mail you, and mostly you lose time and money. Over here, we got this. We got the item. I'm coming back to opportunity to record. So imagine right now, I get the product that I'm selling, and Tesla said, again, hopefully, yes to what we are selling. So I can change it to closed one. Let's do it together. There we go. It was just beautiful. Status
Yeah.
change. I felt it.
Yeah.
So as soon as we change it to closed one, it created a record exactly for your engineering team or support team that works only in ServiceNow to handle either issues or bugs or implementation for new feature request or something else, as well as your finance team will have been notified by a new record that I just have a closed one opportunity. We got our record here as well. Let's go to it, and hopefully, I believe, yeah, there we go. So we get both of our records automatically. So as you see, I want you to take a look at the bigger picture from the perspective of three different teams. Imagine that somebody, let's say we have our friend here, Botana, that helps us with the webinars. Botana is our finance team. Marta is dealing with the operations in ServiceNow, and I am in Salesforce as a sales team. So imagine that if we wouldn't have this kind of flow, what we would do? We would just try to communicate each other, or one of us, exactly how we mentioned at the beginning, let's say Marta, had to go into Salesforce, ServiceNow, and NetSuite and put all the information manually. So that means we are losing, let's say, in a minimum amount, at least 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
God knows. So once we have everything here automated, the records are in place. Nobody has to double check because every system shows, for example, here Salesforce data I get in NetSuite, that the finance team can go and check this record exactly connected to which record in Salesforce. And if they have even license in Salesforce, they can go and confirm that this is the same and correct record. So let me close this one. So what we're gonna do, we can edit the record in NetSuite, and after that, so we did the field mapping for this flow exactly between memo, and here I'm gonna show it to you very fast. NetSuite order status. But I'm mentioning you again, it can be different fields, custom or standard. We just did it for webinar. Let me go back here. Yeah, there we go. So let's say I just wrote here done, and all I need to do is save it. Let's do it. Yeah. And if I refresh the page, while I am getting it done in ServiceNow, I will also show you how exactly we are doing. So if the request is First of all, it's approved. And if we did the implementation from the operations perspective, we come here, let's say close complete. They are done with their request. Let's say save it as well. All we need to do, refresh one more time. Actually, I'm giving NetSuite a little bit time because it takes a little bit, maybe 10 seconds more than ServiceNow to sync the details. So I come here, I get the NetSuite order status done, and request state within 5 to 10 seconds, it will be changed as well. Let me refresh one more time to see if it is. Details. No, probably it will take time. And I want to mention one more thing. So for all these connectors that we are selling, we have 4 Apex action that you don't have to code within the flow builder in Salesforce. And you can build bidirectional flows. What do I mean? Let's say you will tell me, okay, but I changed the status, but it didn't change right now. And if it will be changed 5 seconds or 5 hours later, how exact I will have the information because I don't have time to come here all the time and check it by myself. So for this kind of situations, we build Apex Action to notify any user in Salesforce or ServiceNow, Jira, Azure DevOps, or NetSuite that if there is any comment, any update, or any attachment, it notifies the user either via email or within the application. So you don't have to check everything by yourself again and again. Let me hear one more time to confirm that it is changing. Can you imagine if it wouldn't change? But it did.
There is the status. Berke, are you with me?
With your own job, as well as in ServiceNow and NetSuite. So that was the first use case. Thank you for listening. Marta, I'm on you again.
Yeah, so just for some minutes you were lost. So what I want to say that it's like really kind of, I usually like to say game changer because like as personally for me, it's like saving a lot of time and I don't have to chase to different teams. Yes, we have the update right in the system, which is really speeds up the process, and I believe that the clients who will follow it, like they will be completely satisfied. And what I want to highlight here, that it's not just automation for automation's sake, right? It's something that you can really see and you can feel it, because like it really speeds up the process, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
For me, in my opinion, it's a clean handoff, from sales to finance, finance to IT, or all together. So without losing the context.
Yeah. And again, like I say, you don't need to chase, because chasing, it's like, like begging, hey, hello, notice me, give me the update. And I understand like that when you're busy, you're very annoyed because of that, chasing all the time.
And people
Anyway,
hate you, don't they?
yeah, it's true. Anyway, so this was our first use case. And before we move to the second one quick question to you guys. If this flow existed in your company today, would it remove friction between the teams? Just simple yes or no here in the comments, or any sort of insight that you have. Feel free to share. We're happy to read all your answers. Right?
Yeah, then let's a little bit wait. We're giving you guys at this, 30 seconds to 45 seconds. So in case, Marta, if you see any question, please let me know. And we will walk them through their questions.
Good. Fine. I think that if there will be any other questions, like we will notice them during the session. But right now, like you will see on the screen the second use case title, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like unified support to finance escalation workflow. And just in few seconds, you will see what I mean, right? By saying this title. So, Berke, will you be able to show us the use case?
Exactly. So look, first of all, I want to give you a little bit background. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So the support is working in sales. Sorry. So yes, support is working in Salesforce, but mostly who is communicating between the clients and the company is mostly either developers or admins because they are the ones who are supporting them along with the customer success team in Salesforce. So the thing is, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a case record in Salesforce right now. Let me do it. I filled out everything before
Mhm.
to not lose much time. Okay. So what I got over here, I got the case record in case I want to escalate this ticket and get some help from our engineering team or implementation team. It doesn't matter whoever it is in ServiceNow. I need their help. So what I do, I change the priority first of all to high, and once I save it, can you imagine nothing will happen?
No, there
No, it's
should.
nothing will happen definitely. So all I need to do, refresh the page, and it's gonna create a ticket in ServiceNow automatically. There we go. It never upsets me, It always works exactly how I expect it to be. So let's go there. Okay, we get our ServiceNow ticket. What I want to do here before showing you the use case. So in case you want to change some status or make a comment to communicate between Salesforce and ServiceNow, yes, guys, it is possible. Let me show you one example. Testing for, let's say I am with Marta, so testing for Marta. In case I put this comment here, it will go, you see, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly in my time zone, 10:21 p.m. So you will be able to communicate via comments, attachments, and the updates. So whatever you're gonna update, it will go back to Salesforce record as well. What I'm gonna do right now over here, I'm gonna update. Let's say this one, demo 3 again, and details. I will just change the color. So in case I get a refund request, and I put the details over here to let the finance team know what I should do if there is no flow. I should go back to Salesforce team from ServiceNow and tell them that they have to go to finance team, and then they will discuss the refund process. But instead, what we did, we are putting here all the details, clicking on save. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna create a NetSuite record by changing the status because of this change and we triggered a scenario that it will change the status of case reason to refund. And once it is changed to refund, it will create a NetSuite record and let the finance team know that there's a situation that they have to handle. So I will refresh the page right now. So it takes around, 15 to 30 seconds mostly. But I got already case reason refund. Yep. Let me refresh one more time. There we go. So look, without me doing anything, it created a refund request. You see, right, Martin?
Yeah.
Finance refund request. So I got this, and the customer is available here in case they want to go. Just a second. So it takes a little bit of time because of my internet, probably. Well, yeah, until it opens. What did we do here? Instead of communicating via Slack, email, Teams, whatever you're using, and losing time, everything happened very fast. But hopefully, fingers crossed, you'd never get it. Without request. It's just an example. Don't take it offended. So, well, that was it regarding the use case to Marta.
I can tell you that by showing this use case, it reminded me the time when I was working for customer support. And I remember exactly, when we had to chase for the statuses, when I got a furious, angry client who wanted to get their money back. And I completely understood them. But for me, as for agent who was like, working for support, it was nightmare because I just needed to find a person. And imagine you're working a night shift, right? And there is no person from the designated department, and where exactly should I take this information? But this one, it's kind of lifesaver and solves a lot of trouble. So I believe that a lot of enterprises and a lot of companies will be happy with this solution because, come on, it simplifies everything and make the client happy. So
And
it's,
from your perspective, it avoids the situation where people hate you, right?
yeah, of course, it's very big. Like like pressure, especially like again, I tell you, I was working as an agent for support. It is very difficult when you have no information because like people expecting from you, you are kind of like that very very kind of I don't know God for them who can help them. So this one is very good and it's about the clarity, and I believe that come on, it's perfect.
Well, I agree with you. So this way, exactly, the customers are feeling that alignment immediately, right? And I have one more question to our audience. I don't know, did we get any response? But also, I want to tell. So after the webinar, we always publish our video. So in case there is an issue in your mind that you would like us to, do a personalized demo, or you want to reach us out straight away, you can drop a comment after watching offline as well. So my question is, would this kind of visibility help your teams respond faster and more confidently? Martha, what do you say?
I would
Tell
say
your honest opinion.
of course, yes. Like, and I'm very happy that we just have this because I believe that it will help a lot. Like I mentioned before, it will help a lot of companies to have nice feedbacks because as we know that the feedback is very important because like it shows like how the company works. Yes. And if the person will have like the clear reply immediately without wasting time, I believe that everyone will be happy.
I appreciate it. So, to wrap up this situation, I want to give you the last word.
Yeah, I just want to highlight here one very important thing that integration is not about moving data between systems, right? It's about making sure that the sales, support, finance, and operations are working toward the same goal, the same outcome. And we should all the time keep it in mind, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And if you would like to discuss, how this could work in your own environment, right? We would be happy to either provide you a personalized demo, me, myself, and I'm gonna walk you through of everything, and Marta is gonna help me with the configuration and implementation, which I appreciated. Yeah, so you see the QR codes for the Calendly, for our calendar, and our website. Look, guys, we just made a brand new website, so I would appreciate even for you to check and tell me if there's something bad or you don't like. So if you have any interest in use cases you want us to take look at, don't hesitate to share them with us. And the last time I want to say bye bye to everybody. Then after that, I will let Martha say bye. I like Truman Show. Martha, have you seen it?
Uh, I'm so sorry, what?
Truman Show.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I will give you that, but we have a question from Vijay. How does the connector handle bidirectional sync conflicts, for example, if a ServiceNow incident and Salesforce case are updated simultaneously? So here, look, I can share my screen very fast. Just a second. Here, there we go. Can you see it?
Yeah, just
Okay,
this. Yeah,
you can see, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, this one has as well. So look, whatever you're gonna update here on ServiceNow, it will be updated only on the component here. Let me close this NetSuite part. Yeah, unless you build a flow for it. So if you build a flow to update, for example, let's say you change the assignee or reporter or whatever equal field here is, and you want to reflect to the case owner, then we are building a flow and it updates. But otherwise, whatever you're gonna update in ServiceNow on this ticket, it will be visible here. It can be simultaneously or automatically. It's completely up to you how exactly you would like to see it.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Do you have any other questions, Vijay, before we close? Maybe somebody is interested in as well. And if somebody has question, please let me know. I can do even live demo right now. I feel the
You're already eager to show, like, all the benefits. So it's very nice. Yeah.
And if you're not interested any of this kind of demo, but you want me to give you the pricing, well, why not? I'll do that. So just text me either via LinkedIn or via mail. It's completely up to you. So yeah, I was telling about the Truman Show, Martha.
Yeah.
Always Jim Carrey was telling there. Well, if I don't see you today, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So I tell everybody that you have a beautiful day here today. So I say here, sorry. You have a beautiful day wherever you are. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye bye.